I would really like it if you joined our Reddit discussion forum. This has grown. It started with a couple of hundred hardcore David Pakman Show fans who would post on our Reddit discussion forum at davidpakman.com/Reddit, Reddit. And it has swelled now to over 1,500 people from our audience, which is still a very small portion of the audience, is involved in the discussion forum. Interview ideas are presented all the time there. Questions about the show, criticisms about the show, which I'm absolutely fine with and we don't censor or remove in any way. It's a really great place for viewers and listeners to talk to each other. I'm on there daily. Pat now is on there. He's mixing it up on the David Pakman Show Reddit. So let's go through just a few of the different questions and discussions that have popped up that I found interesting over the last week. Really good question about fair use. We had a user, J473, who said, hey, when you play clips from CNN or wherever else, do you have to get permission from CNN? Are you permitted by law? What's the deal with that? And I sort of explained that fair use is something people often hear about. Fair use is something that would only be proven in the event of a copyright dispute. I believe that we are using clips from CNN, et cetera, as part of an analysis, and therefore it would be allowed under fair use. But you don't just use it under fair use. As a copyright attorney explained to us, fair use would be your defense if there was ever a dispute. And we've learned over time, you don't play anything from the NFL. They are very litigious and aggressive with copyright claims. You don't play anything from local news stations. So like Fox News, no problem playing stuff from Fox News. Fox 5 Dallas, Texas, for example, I don't even know if that exists. Do not go near that because within seconds, in many cases, you will have a copyright claim against you. So that's the deal as far as that goes. Another interesting discussion from our Reddit discussion forum. Pakman, have you been watching Westworld? If not, why not? I've heard that Westworld is absolutely fantastic. I don't have HBO, so I haven't been able to get access to it. And I'll leave it there. I know there will be suggestions about illegal ways to obtain the show, but of course I would never do that. Also, we have been talking about what the names for the upcoming David Pakman Show coffee blends should be. We're going to have a custom espresso bean roast and a custom drip coffee bean roast. And we've had a lot of different suggestions there. One that I'm showing you here is related to a comment Lewis once made. If I accidentally brewed some coffee, I'd probably drink the coffee. It's funny, but not everybody will understand that reference. Lewis, of course, famously saying once, if I accidentally had a kid, I'd probably love the kid. And that became the stuff of legend from former producer Louis Motamedi. I like it. It's just a little too inside baseball, I think, Pat.
Yeah, that's a little bit too much of an inside joke, but there are definitely suggestions I like Progresso for one of them.
Yeah, except that's a soup brand.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
Progresso soup. I mean, it seems a little weird to use that, but there are some really good suggestions, and we're going to have some of them on Monday. Please keep sending them in, and the best ones will make it onto the show Monday. And then lastly, here's a suggestion from our Reddit discussion forum. Should David Pakman cover more local politics? I assume David Pakman works near Boston, so I'm sure there are races there that could be covered, and it would be interesting if he did. I'm going to go through my local ballot on tomorrow's show here in Massachusetts, but 99.9% of our audience is not voting in the same place that I'm voting, certainly not Boston, and most of the audience not in Massachusetts. So I don't know, Pat, how much it would be interesting to the audience for me to talk about the sheriff's race here in Suffolk County, for example.
But sometimes races here have national implications,
Absolutely.
like our Senate races, and I'm sure we'll be covering the 2018 Elizabeth Warren rerun too.
If Kurt Schilling, former baseball player, runs against Elizabeth Warren, believe me, we're going to be covering that. That would be one of 100 senators in the U.S. Senate. So please join our Reddit discussion forum, davidpakman.com/REDDIT. A lot happening there.